It's week 4 and it's a beautiful day, so we're outside. I'm going to start with her bracelets. I unfortunately wasn't paying attention and she ran up and down the fence with the neighbors right before this, so they are not clean or well fluffed anymore. It is what it is, so I brush out the grass and comb her bracelet hair down. Then I use my left hand to slide down her leg and pull it straight out. Then I use my specter to go around my hand and shave everything off at the shave line. Then I comb up her bracelet and check around my shave line. I want it to be nice and clean, so I go in and clean up anything I missed. Then I repeat the same steps on her other 3 bracelets. Next, I use my poodle comb and go in with my curved shears and start to set in the top of her back bracelet. Once I'm happy with that, I will start to bevel the top down. Next, I switch to my finer comb and start to comb all of her bracelet hair out. Then I start to round the bracelet, trying to cut off the edges and also trying to scissor the front to get rid of a hole she has. I probably should have done this earlier, but I'm going to lift up her back foot and bevel the back of her bracelet. I want it to be more lifted. This area got the most messed up from her running around, so I left a little more to play with the next time she's clean. Then I'm going to over direct all of her hair up and scissor around from all sides, continuing to round the shape. I switch back to a wide toothed comb and comb her bracelet hair out again. Then I go in with my curves one more time before I move on to her front leg. I use a wide toothed comb to comb all of her bracelet hair up. Then I use my curves to trim across the top and bevel it down a bit. Then I comb it out and give it a little shake, and use my curves to round the outside. I also lift her foot to get some hair I missed earlier with the clipper. I comb and shake out her leg one more time and round off the edges. I repeat on the other 2 legs. Take a break, and then come back to work on her top knot. I wanted to trim her top knot more now that it's not full of hairspray. I want to cut off a lot of her top knot that's hanging over her crest I've been growing out, so I'll comb all of her top knot back over her neck and stand behind her and start cutting off everything hiding her crest. I use my straights first to get the bulk off. I go back and forth between combing and using my straights. Then I start rounding her ear into the back of her top knot. I switch to my curves when I do the other side. I hold them backwards to blend the back of her ear into her top knot, cutting off all the corners so it's nice and round. I comb it out and give her ears a little shake to see where it naturally falls, and I stand in front of her to check for symmetry. Next, I decided to do her tail so that it balances with her bracelets more. So I shaved the base of her tail. I started to do more clipper work, but realized I should just do her tail, so I left this weird patch for now. I comb some of her tail down so it's hanging over the shave line, and trim off the excess with my straights. I repeat these steps and start to bevel the bottom up a bit. Then I comb it all down and trim the end off with my clippers. It's easier for me to cut through that much coat this way. Next, I comb her tail hair in half and use my curves to connect the top and the bottom I set. Then I connect all the sides so it's nice and round. We don't want any corners. Next, I set in Mozzarella's neck. I don't end up finishing her clean face because I was losing control of my hand and pressure and scraped her chin with the blade. So I stop and I will finish that another day. Last, I just want to comb up her hair around her neckline and trim what's hanging past my shave line. I started to scissor the front of her chest, but I was too fatigued. So that's it for week 4. It's definitely a work in progress, but I'm happy with the direction so far. If you learned something, like the video, comment any questions you have, subscribe to learn more, and thank you for watching.
Okay. Okay.